Hello everyone, welcome to the first training session on data science. In this session, I'm going to introduce you to what is artificial intelligence, what is data science, why data science is important, how the career is booming, and other introductory topics. This is a very important session as it lays the foundation for future training sessions. Let's take a moment to understand what is AI. We've been using this term quite a lot, right? AI involves computer software that thinks and acts like human beings. It's a rapidly growing field and the impact is everywhere. It is used in multiple areas of the business. It is used to predict fraud. It is used to predict future diseases that one could get. It is used in detecting facial images. You might have heard of attendance management system. People use their thumb impressions to gain access to offices or school buildings. Nowadays, that recognition or authentication is done by reading of images. Your face is detected by the system and you are allowed access. What is the technology behind all of this? It is artificial intelligence. Let me give you one more example. You watch your movie, your favorite movie. You listen to a beautiful song that you like. You watch a video in YouTube. After a while, you see that the app is recommending you similar type of movies, similar type of videos that you can watch. What is the recommendation system based on? It is artificial intelligence. See, this wonderful science, the wonderful technology is beginning to sweep every area of our life. And that's what you're going to learn. Okay, let's understand these two terms, strong AI and weak AI. In strong AI, computers or software, they are thinking at the level of human beings, right? The reasoning, thinking, logical deduction, everything is at the level of human being. If you really see, we are not there yet. Okay, we are at a level of what I will call peak AI, where we are solving problems by detecting useful patterns. This is the dominant mode of AI today, and in a short while we will move to the strong AI, where computers and softwares that you are going to write will think at the level of human beings. Okay, can you guess who this gentleman is? I'm flashing this gentleman's photo for a reason. Take a moment. You can also see he's using uh, an old type of computer, probably in the 60s and 50s. It's a black and white photo. Okay. Some of you might have guessed his name right. He's none other than John McCarthy. He coined the term AI in 1957. If you really see, this fascinating world of AI has been around for a long time, but it has caught up in a big way in the last few years. Why it has caught up in the last few years, we are going to see that in subsequent slides. So for now, let's understand AI is about operating at a level of human thinking, right? There are two types of AI, strong AI and weak AI. Weak AI is the dominant mode of artificial intelligence today. Data science is the study of data. It involves developing methods of analyzing data and information, right? It also involves, storing, retrieving. All those activities are part of this data science. But the objective is to extract or infer useful information about the data that is with you. That's the goal of data science. You want to gain insights and knowledge so that you can take action, so that you can be proactive, you can be predictive. All this proactive, predictive aspect is at the core of data science, right? I asked you earlier, Data science has taken off in a big way in the last few years. That's because the amount of data that is getting generated and stored is increasing at a much faster rate. In 2025, the data storage, global data sphere, right? All the data that is stored in the world, it will be 175 zillion bytes, zettabytes. What is zettabyte? It is 1 trillion GB. That's the amount of data that we are talking about. If you see, along with this, there's another interesting phenomenon that is happening. The number of photos and the number of videos, they are also increasing. See the number of photos, right? This is in billion. Until 80s, it's very few, right? But see this 2000, it's beginning, right? 2010, that's when we have this mobile phone where people are clicking photos everywhere and see the growth. And this is only till 2018. And you can imagine how it will be, how much it will be currently, and how much it's going to be in the years to come. So large amount of data is getting stored, is getting processed, which gives an opportunity for us to understand the process or the problem or the issue better. And that's what data science is all about. It's about storing data, it's about understanding the data, it's about using data to make inferences and decisions, which can then be used to predict and prevent things. So, data science allows products and business to tell their story very powerfully and engagingly. If you see, data science is a career. As per World Economic Forum, the new type of jobs that will be created in future will all have a strong AI component. And the declining roles in future are traditional jobs like data entry, accounting, bookkeeping, administrative, customer service, business services. All these types of jobs will still be there, but the number of such jobs will be fewer. So I'm very happy that you're all taken the right step to prepare yourself for the future. And let's understand this once more. Why data science is important to business. You saw earlier there is proliferation of data. There's both structured data and unstructured data, right? When I say unstructured data, I mean photos, videos, they are not structured like numbers, right? And data is the new oil, and data science is really the electricity that powers the industry. It is the carrier for today and tomorrow. Industries are becoming more data driven, and new innovations are being made every day by intelligently using the data. Here, businesses are able to make better decisions with quantifiable evidence much more effectively than in the past, all due to proliferation of data and by using the data and by analyzing that zettabytes of data that we have now. Remember, we did not have so much data in the past. Now we have zettabytes of data, which all gives very useful information about process, about information. They can be analyzed so that people can take better decisions. Better decisions means more money, less cost, happy customers, happy employees. That's what the business wants. And data science is enabling this revolution. Moving on, what are the tasks of data scientists? Data scientists, as I mentioned, collect the data, analyze it. You use data-driven techniques for solving business problems. You use that, whatever you have found out, communicate the results in a very powerful manner to business and IT leaders. Importantly, you spot trends, you spot patterns, you spot relationships. This is very, very, very important. This is one of the core jobs of a data scientist, right? Spot trends, identify patterns, observe the relationships, and then convert this into powerful visualizations. That's what you will do as part of being a data scientist. And remember, you do all of this to solve the pressing problems of business and world. What are the data science tools that are there, right? Python, R, right? These are important programming languages that are used. There are libraries like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib. All of this you're going to learn, right? There's also visualization using Tableau, Power BI, databases like NoSQL, MongoDB. All those things are there, and all of this form the data science universe. Uh, what are you going to cover in subsequent classes, subsequent sessions? You're going to see the basics of Python programming, NumPy, Pandas, libraries, Matplotlib, uh, machine learning. Uh, in this, we are going to cover regression and logistics. We are going to do 2 projects. All of this, right? We are going to cover both the basic and also advanced topics. And the projects that you're going to do as part of this training program are very important because you're going to learn to apply these whatever you have learned, right? Whatever you have learned in theory, projects give an opportunity for you to apply because it gives you an opportunity to clarify things, to understand things better. And if you have questions, we are there to help you, right? We're going to handle you as you're doing these projects, right? So that your understanding is enhanced and you're able to land in a very good data science job. This is what we are going to cover in the data science course. Okay, we have been talking about data science, artificial intelligence. There's another concept, right? Machine learning, right? Machine learning and data science are very closely related, right? And they're used interchangeably also. At the core of it, machine learning involves studying algorithms and statistical models. Remember, I said a data scientist's job is to observe the data, look for patterns, identify relationships, and this is done using algorithms and statistical models. In machine learning, you perform a specific task without using explicit instructions. Rather, you rely on patterns that you are observing, which is why this is called as AI. Remember, you're not giving explicit instructions. You are making the software to infer, to understand the patterns. That is why this is called as artificial intelligence, right? You are making predictions and decisions without being explicitly told programmatically. Understand this. Remember what I said about AI. AI involves thinking like humans, right? So the programming is thinking like humans. You're not telling exactly what to do. The program understands the patterns and draws its own inference. That is why this is called as artificial intelligence. One more aspect. In traditional programming, we will give input, which is data. You have a program, and then output is there. In machine learning, there is no output as such, in the sense data and output is fed, right? Output can be anything. You feed the data and a pattern or an inference is drawn out. What actually called as programming, right? I hope you understand this difference. Here, the program is taught to identify inferences, and that happens intuitively. And that's what happens in an algorithm. So understanding this key difference is very important. Machine learning is very different from a traditional programming. This understanding is very important for a successful data science. How machine learning, again, is at the intersection of computer science and maths and statistics, right? And a strong domain knowledge always helps, right? So a good understanding of mathematics and statistics is needed along with good programming skills for a successful data scientist. Lastly, I'm flashing a photo in your screen. We all know that this is Gary Kasparov, right? and he's thinking of his next move in the chess. So many people are taking his photo. Let's take a moment to understand what this is all about. I will leave you to ponder over this photo and why this photo is important from the context of artificial intelligence and machine learning. So that's all I wanted to cover in this session. Thank you for watching this and listening to this. I will see you again in the next session. Thank you.